A lot of time and effort has been devoted to archaeological discoveries across the globe, with contributions from historians, researchers, scientists, and archaeologists, all eager to uncover the answers to the unsolved mysteries of the world's past. And sometimes, they truly have solved them, and we've been picking the finest of these to bring you the most extraordinary stories. Let's kick off this countdown with number 15. Queen Hatshepsut's statues. Mystery. For over a century, scholars believed that after Queen Hatshepsut's death around 1458 BC, her nephew and co-regent Thutmose III destroyed her statues to erase her legacy. A new study published this year challenges that view, suggesting the statues were intentionally broken to deactivate their perceived supernatural powers rather than erase her memory. While many statues were indeed smashed, the act appears rooted in ritual practice. Hatshepsut, who ruled from circa 1473 to 1458 BC, commissioned magnificent monuments, including her temple at Deir el-Bahri, and led a celebrated expedition to Punt, a location still debated. Initially intended to serve as regent for Thutmose III, she assumed full pharaonic authority while he retained limited power. The targeted dismantling of her statues aligns with ancient Egyptian beliefs that images could hold spiritual force. This reinterpretation reframes the destruction as part of controlled ritual deactivation rather than political vindictiveness. And this is some fresh update. Number 14. Ancient Neolithic seal in Domus Tepe Mound. Back in the bad September of 2021, excavations at Damazluk Mound in Kahramanmaraş province, which is in Turkey, uncovered a unique late Neolithic seal. The settlement, first established around 7,500 years ago, has yielded hundreds of artifacts, yet this piece stands out. Crafted from serpentine, the seal is a thread-hole button design depicting two horned animal heads facing each other. Scholars debate whether the animals are domestic cattle or water buffalo, and the answer may remain elusive. However, this motif appears on over 130 objects recovered from the site since 1995, including pottery and stamps, suggesting it held cultural or symbolic importance. If the animals are indeed water buffalo, the seal could represent some of the earliest evidence of their domestication in the Eastern Mediterranean. Regardless, it reflects the artistry and symbolism of one of the region's earliest settled communities, offering valuable insight into the beliefs and practices of the people who lived here thousands of years ago. Number 13. Ornate horse harness in Thracian warrior's grave. In a village near Topolovgrad, archaeologists uncovered the richly furnished grave of a Thracian warrior and his horse, dating to the 2nd century BC. Part of a known necropolis, the burial contained a gilded silver wreath, a mark of nobility and military rank, along with glass and ceramic vessels, jewelry, and multiple weapons. The most remarkable finds were ornate gilded bronze fittings from the horse's harness, intricately decorated with mythological scenes. These include depictions of Hercules' legendary battle with the giant Antaeus, son of Poseidon and Gaia. Such imagery linked the warrior to ideals of strength and heroic virtue. The presence of the horse, lavish grave goods, and symbolic adornments reflects the high status of the deceased within Thracian society. This discovery enriches understanding of Thracian martial culture, burial customs, and artistic craftsmanship, highlighting how mythological narratives were integrated into objects of both practical use and ceremonial significance in elite warrior burials. Number 12. Lifelike Egyptian mummy portraits. While excavating a necropolis in the ancient city of Philadelphia in Egypt's Fayum region, archaeologists found two remarkably preserved mummy portraits, along with several incomplete examples. These painted likenesses date to Egypt's Roman period and likely depict members of the middle or upper classes, as commissioning such portraits was an expensive undertaking. Each painting was created to accompany the mummified body, preserving the individual's image for eternity. Unfortunately, looting over the centuries has made intact portraits exceedingly rare. The last significant discovery occurred in the 1880s, making this find particularly valuable. The artworks are notable for their lifelike quality, vivid pigments, and fine detail, offering a glimpse into personal identity and cultural aesthetics nearly 2 millennia ago. They also highlight the fusion of Egyptian funerary traditions with Greco-Roman artistic techniques. These portraits serve as intimate connections to the individuals they depict, bridging the ancient and modern worlds through expressions carefully crafted to endure beyond death without AI. Number 11. Cone-headed. Skull from Iran. Archaeologists at Chega Sofla in Iran uncovered the elongated skull of a young woman killed over 6,000 years ago. Identified as BG 1.12, she had undergone cranial modification through long-term bandaging in childhood, creating a cone head. CT scans revealed a triangular fracture on the left side, caused by a powerful blow from a broad-edged object, likely fatal. Her modified skull bones and diplo were thinner than average, possibly reducing resilience to impact. Well, whether the injury was intentional or accidental remains uncertain. Chega Sofla, part of the Zore Prehistoric Project, has yielded the world's oldest brick tombs and over a dozen elongated skulls. The cemetery contained both modified and unmodified crania, indicating coexistence of practices. This young woman's communal burial obscures further details of her life, but the find illuminates the physical vulnerabilities of cranial modification and the complex cultural landscape of the Copper Age, where ritual, violence, and urbanization began to intertwine. Number 10. Gold. Ring of the dwarf god Bez. During excavations at a burial site in Akhetaten, now Amarna, south of Cairo, archaeologists uncovered an exceptional collection of gold artifacts, including a necklace and 3 rings. Among them, one stood out, a finely crafted gold ring engraved with the figure of Bes, the dwarf deity associated with joy, music, and protection during childbirth. In ancient Egyptian culture, Bes was depicted as a cheerful yet fierce guardian, often portrayed dancing, playing instruments, or warding off evil spirits. His image was widespread across Egypt, appearing in homes, amulets, and ceremonial art. This ring, found alongside other high-quality grave goods, likely belonged to someone of considerable status. The artistry and symbolism reflect both the personal beliefs of the wearer and the broader cultural significance of Bez. The find not only enriches our understanding of ancient Egyptian craftsmanship, but also offers a personal human connection to the protective and celebratory aspects of daily and spiritual life in antiquity. Number 9. Protective childbirth tattoos. In ancient Egypt, some women marked their bodies with tattoos as spiritual protection before giving birth. Archaeologists identified 6 such examples while studying mummies from Deir el-Medina, a settlement along the Nile. Tattoos from antiquity are rare since preserved skin is uncommon, and archaeologists typically avoid unwrapping mummies. In this case, portions of skin were visible, including the lower back of a woman bearing black ink lines and a depiction of Bes, the dwarf deity believed to guard women during childbirth. Bes was a popular household god in Egypt, associated with music, dance, and warding off malevolent forces. His presence on these tattoos suggests the designs were intended to invoke divine protection during labor, a time of great risk in the ancient world. This find provides rare physical evidence of the intersection between body art and spiritual belief in Egypt, highlighting how protective symbolism was physically inscribed onto the body as part of personal and ritual practice. Number 8. Valley of the Golden Mummies. In the mid-1990s, archaeologists found a vast necropolis near Bawit, later named the Valley of the Golden Mummies. Initial excavations revealed 105 mummies, some adorned with gilded masks and chest plates, others simply wrapped in terracotta, plaster, or linen. The elaborate burials likely belonged to the wealthy elite, while the simpler ones represented lower social tiers. Over time, hundreds more mummies have been found, and experts estimate the site may contain as many as 10,000 individuals. The diversity of burial styles reflects a wide range of social classes, preserving valuable information about life and death in Egypt's Greco-Roman period. Many of the better preserved mummies exhibit detailed facial coverings and jewelry, offering clues about artistry, funerary customs, and cultural influences during the era. This immense cemetery continues to yield discoveries, revealing the scale of ancient burial practices and the thriving population that once inhabited the region during a period of significant cultural fusion. Number 7. The Lukavit Treasure of Bulgaria. This treasure was found in 1953 in Lukavit and dates to 2,300 years ago during Alexander the Great's campaign against Thracian territories. Archaeologists believe its owner buried it to safeguard it from the advancing Macedonian forces, but never returned to reclaim it. The trove includes silver plates, bowls, phialae, ewers, and horse bridles, many embellished with gilding to emphasize details. Designs range from realistic human faces to mythological creatures, such as griffins. Equestrian motifs appear prominently, a hallmark of Thracian art. Expert analysis suggests multiple craftsmen contributed to the collection, implying it may have represented a wealthy individual's accumulated possessions or life savings. The treasure provides not only a glimpse into Thracian artistry and symbolism, but also a tangible record of a turbulent historical period when conquest reshaped the political and cultural landscapes of southeastern Europe. Today, it remains one of Bulgaria's most important archaeological finds from the Hellenistic era. Number 6. Temple of Bastet. In 2010, Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities announced the discovery of a 2,200-year-old temple beneath the streets of modern Alexandria. Dedicated to Bastet, the temple was ordered by Queen Berenice II, wife of Ptolemy III, who ruled Egypt from 246 to 222 BC. In ancient Egypt, cats were deeply revered, both as symbols of divinity and as household companions. Excavations uncovered approximately 600 statues of cats within the temple, suggesting that devotion to Bastet endured well into the Ptolemaic period, when Greek-speaking rulers governed Egypt from Alexander the Great's arrival in 332 BC until Cleopatra died in 30 AD. The temple's remains provide rare insight into the cultural blending of Egyptian religious traditions and Hellenistic rule, illustrating how long-standing spiritual practices persisted despite foreign influence. This find not only adds to Alexandria's rich archaeological record, but also deepens our understanding of the enduring role of Bastet in Egypt's religious and domestic life. Number 5. The Califal Baths. Situated in Cordoba's historic center, which is designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Califal Baths were built in the 10th century under Caliph al-Hakam II. Inspired by Roman bathhouses, the complex served as a space for ablution rituals, hygiene, and social interaction. Following the fall of the Umayyad Caliphate, Cordoba came under the Taifa Kingdom of Seville, which expanded the complex with a reception hall. The Almohads later constructed an adjoining bathhouse with a sequence of rooms transitioning from cold to hot. After the Christian conquest of Cordoba by Ferdinand III in 1236, the baths continued in use, with a bathing basin added to the Almohad section. Eventually, the complex fell into obscurity until excavations restored it to public awareness. In 2006, the site reopened as a museum, preserving the original layout and architectural features. Today, the Califal Baths stand as a testament to the city's layered history, blending Islamic, Roman, and Christian influences in a single architectural landmark. Number 4. The Berkeley Mystery Walls of California. Stretching for over 50 miles through the hills east of San Francisco Bay, the Berkeley Mystery Walls remain one of California's most puzzling archaeological features. Not built by Spanish colonists, their origins are unknown despite more than a century of study. The walls vary in height, reaching up to 5 feet, and many stones weigh over a ton. They traverse steep, inaccessible terrain and contain gaps that make them unsuitable as defensive structures. Archaeologists have found no evidence suggesting a strategic military purpose. At Mount Diablo, the walls encircle a stone ring, while further along they spiral inward to a large central boulder. These unusual formations have fueled speculation about their builders, though no definitive explanation exists. Whether ceremonial, territorial, or symbolic, the sheer effort required to construct them is undeniable. Now, they stand as one of Northern California's enduring historical enigmas, their purpose and creators still hidden in the mysterious past. Number 3. Birds in an Egyptian masterpiece. A 3,300-year-old painting from Amarna, the ancient Egyptian capital under Pharaoh Akhenaten, depicts birds in extraordinary detail, both in flight and perched among marsh vegetation. Originally discovered a century ago on a palace wall, the artwork was so precise that modern researchers could identify the species from a facsimile copy. The identified birds include rock pigeons, still common in Egypt today, as well as a pied kingfisher, a red-backed shrike, and a white wagtail. The composition demonstrates remarkable observation skills and an intimate knowledge of the natural environment. Amarna art often reflected daily life and the surrounding landscape, blending symbolic meaning with realism. This work is considered a masterpiece of ancient Egyptian painting, showing not only artistic excellence, but also ecological accuracy. By identifying these species millennia later, researchers have confirmed the enduring precision of Egypt's artists and the cultural value placed on representing the natural world faithfully. Number 2. 17th century Chinese coin in Yukon Way back in 2011. Archaeologists surveying a proposed gold mining site in Yukon uncovered a 17th century Chinese coin. Though a single coin may seem minor, it is only the third of its kind found in Yukon's interior. Marked with Chinese characters, it was minted between 1667 and 1671 during the reign of Emperor Kangxi of the Qing dynasty, part of a poem coin series in which the inscriptions across 20 coins form a complete poem. Such coins were valued as good luck charms and often worn on chains. Its context, absent any later historical materials, suggests it reached the region before the Klondike Gold Rush through First Nations coastal trade with Europeans. The find required months of authentication before being announced. This rare artifact offers tangible evidence of long-distance trade routes linking Asia, Europe, and North US centuries ago, underscoring the reach of pre-modern exchange networks across vast geographical distances. Number 1. Roman-style gold hoard in Bali. In 2022, a significant hoard of gold artifacts was unearthed in Southeast Asia, featuring jewelry and ornaments crafted in the Roman style, but made from Balinese gold. This suggests a previously unknown trade connection between Bali and the wider ancient world. The items, recovered from the Iron Age site of Pangkung Paruk near Bali's northern coast, date between 1900 and 2100 years old. Alongside the gold, archaeologists found Roman glass beads and Chinese bronze mirrors, evidence of a vast trans-Asiatic trade network linking South Asia, China, and the Roman Empire. Some beads likely originated in Roman-era Egypt, indicating remarkably far-reaching exchanges. Similar finds in Vietnam raise the possibility of an additional trade link through Borneo, complementing established routes via the Thai Malay Peninsula. These discoveries not only reflect Bali's role in global commerce during antiquity, but also reveal a cultural openness that welcomed goods, influences, and visitors from across continents, reshaping our understanding of Southeast Asian history. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon in the next one.